that most of our children in primary school fail math and English. That research, numbers, statistics is shocking. To talk about sharing during this show, but to say a Gaba primary school, Gama demonstration school, to Zekuasumesa, Nava Navenini, and to Rene Kumbaza, Davana, Boba Chukurabatia, now Warim class, Rachawario, Kubara, back in those days. And so we'll share with the context during this show very college. And that's the students themselves. Do you fail? How do you perform in English and math?
Perform in English and math through coach.
You coach, but you yourself, what is your average score? Are you very good?
Not good at math.
How what do you score?
I score 50, 60.
50, 60, that's brilliant. That is good. People are getting 0.
What about you? What's your score generally in English and math?
English, I score like 84. Math, 83.
So for you get... What class are you in?
P6.
This one is a bright man.
For me, in mathematics, I can score 40.
40?
Yes. And then English, 80, 70.
Okay.
Why do you think you fail mathematics?
Math needs extra coachings. When you have extra coachings, you can perform better in mathematics.
Do you do coaching?
Yes.
You do coaching? But before you started doing coaching, were you still scoring very highly in math? Let me ask you, what are some of those reasons you think? Because this has gone on for a very long time. Gavana bakwa math, bakwa English. Science na SST, thick. We are always scoring high.
Yeah. I think one of the problems is the home setting where they stay. Because some of their parents are not educated and they don't have time to concentrate with their children. They don't give their children time. Because remember, every child has his own mentality about maybe mathematics and English, and that one could be brought up by how the parent found those subjects. When they say mathematics was very hard for me, even the child will say, after all, even for my mother it was very hard for her. So even if I don't work very hard and I score maybe 40, my mother won't get annoyed because she will think it's the same like she used to be. Maybe it was just the laziness of the parents where the parents grew from and then they will transfer it to the children, and in the end the child will not perform well. And then others will think that maybe sending the children to do a lot of work makes them a little bit dull. So they don't mind about that. They say, even us when we are still growing up, we used to do a lot of work and then we would walk miles to reach school. So they don't give these children time to concentrate, even the child's capability. There are some children who are very fast in learning, and there are those ones who are a little bit slow.
Nyabo, omchala agambye one of the things, omuzadde waba yagwa math mu ssomero.
Agamba kiri mu buladi. Waffe tugwa bizibu, math nzibu.
But you understand, even if you the parent failed mathematics, you can encourage your children to pass mathematics, because this world, if you fail mathematics, let me say P7, if you fail mathematics, that means you completely failed mathematics and English. So the parents should encourage their children to at least have interest in the subject, because even some children don't have interest. But the children should be encouraged by the parents and the teachers themselves to at least have that interest in the subject.
Nyambo kangubuze. Woloza nsonga ki ezaakuleetera okuba nga English ne math awo.
Kuba kyali kityo, oyinza kuba wali mboovu.
Nze bwengamba ensonga lwaki kati olanzima daddi wange yali akola nnyo math. And all the children bali bakola ki math. Naye nga nze sa problem. Nga ndi babangezaako batya English nga good naye nga math biganye. Kati nze tugenda okula ku senior 4 ne senior 6 nga olina musuula. Nga simwagala buki. Simwagala bwagazi.
nga simwa subject nga nkola bulungi naye nga maths sikola ki teacher ndi wajja mu classes nga mbeera ndozinga nga
kyakukyayisa okubala
simanyi ndowooza abaana engeri gye bagamba nti math muki omanyi obanga ogenda mu class banagamba muze mu senior mathi muzibu muwedde nga nifuna 62 mu senior
the highest the lowest
nzeera mu senior 4 okufuna pass 8 nasanyuka nandaba.
Is that the attitude that we take? Never to be omuntu abadde mu class just tells us math is hard. Because I also remember when I was in P5, teacher yajja mu class yafe n'atugamba, yeah, you guys are coming to the next class next year.
Things are not
you will receive me. That attitude esigala mu bwongo bw'omwana. You don't make an effort to clean it out kubanga bakugambye for years even if you do what soboka.
Okay, that attitude, normally the problem we have, sometimes you have that attitude, you yourself as a kid has the attitude, that negative attitude, that mathematics is a difficult subject. Yes. Now if he gets another person to again
confirming
that the subject is hard, I'm telling you, then there's no way you can wash that attitude. Secondly, even the teachers, sometimes we don't have even the best teachers to teach mathematics. For example, me, I used to do mathematics very well.
Yes.
And I remember in P7 I got 1, but I just failed mathematics starting with senior 2. I could not even understand the maths I'm scoring now. Why? Because I landed on a wrong teacher, maybe.
Does the teacher have to do with teaching, even if it's English? I find that most English teachers, bachala balungi, they are more patient. Math or test teacher gamomuli bisiru. Teacher aina influence chi umwana.
A teacher plays a great role as far as teaching mathematics is concerned. First of all, we have to put interest in the child first. If the child has no interest, even if we teach any other subject and the child you have not developed that interest, that child will start hating it. Any subject you can think is all difficult. So you have to develop interest, and especially in mathematics, you should teach from known to unknown.
If I may ask you, what does a teacher do to help a child develop interest? Because you're just stating it like that, and some teachers are wondering, how am I going to make my students get the interest to learn what I'm teaching them? What are those things a teacher should do?
You have to put some maybe sort of incentives, like rewards. If a child, even if a child gets 2 or 3, you can say thank you. You put an encouragement. You have done something well. You have done a test. Out of 100, the child scored 10 or 15. That's very good. It's encouraging. The child will think that the teacher likes me. You give another test, gets 15. You praise that child slowly. You find that the child is developing interest.
Just a survey by Uwezo found that children in primary 3 were not able to read and count primary 2 English and mathematics tests. Omwana ali mu P3 lwaki takola kigezo kya P2. So how did they pass? And it has been attributed to children's failure to grasp the basic facts in a second language, but also there's a suggestion that abasomesa batandika okusomesa mu Luganda, but we'll look at that later, whether it's actually a solution. It's nice abaana baffe. Stephen Mukisa is the deputy headmaster of Gaba Demonstration School.
Generally, to us, the teachers, whenever we are teaching, when somebody is taught from the known to unknown, it is really having an impact on what is learned. So we expect that when the child we teach gets to know something in the mother tongue, that is the vernacular we're talking about, at the end of the day, he is able to transform the same in the other new second language, which is the English language, and there is going to be impact on the learning of this child. Okay, but on the other side, because we have chosen English as an official language, because we use English for examinations. We definitely still have to teach the English so that these children have to know whatever they are learning in that language. The only problem is that the resources that we use to do the teaching are very limited. Possibly that is why somehow you find certain things are not working out very well, because originally during those olden times when we were young children, we had very many resources to read in relation to the vernacular that we are talking about, and they really helped us to be good readers, so that they gave us a good background to help us move on to the English language. And I believe we can read, write and speak the English appropriately well. Right now you find the innovations are coming in, but the resources are not there. You find the books are completely not there, or if you have, then you have very few. Like of recent, we have a delivery that was made to a P4 class. Our P4 class has 147 pupils, but they brought 27 copies of Luganda readers. That is what we are supposed to use to transform this child into an English reader. So you can see the lack of resources is also an impediment to helping us to do the accurate work. Otherwise, I know that the vernacular helps us to learn the English appropriately well.
You had talked about known to unknown. Your method yamba okutereza. Please explain how that works.
In fact, when you teach from known to unknown, you have to get things which children have in their vicinity, which they use, which they can manipulate, which can touch.
Examples.
Examples like if you are teaching counting in mathematics, you need things like counters, like maybe bottle tops, stones, sticks, which are in the vicinity of the children.
We used to use straws.
Yeah, even straws are used. Yeah.
Why aren't you using these things in class now? Because if you tell me a child, abana very visually, active, they remember what they counted.
I think that one also is a weakness of the teacher. Because when you are planning, making a lesson plan, you have to indicate whatever you are going to use for a particular lesson.
Yes.
Now, if you are going to teach counting, at least you must have counters. Which type of counters? Because you won't tell me, like Gaba Demonstration School is a UPE school. Not every child is able to bring a calculator. So tell them at least to collect some things like stones, sticks. Don't tell them where you are going to use them. Straws, just tell them to collect them and bring them. Now when you are teaching that subject, that's when you go on introducing, because they already know the straws, but they don't know that besides drinking using the straws, you can use them for counting. That's when you are introducing the unknown. It's the unknown method. The other way you can use a straw, but already they are used to the straws, they know it and it's friendly. So you go on introducing as you prepared your lesson. But if you just come in class, you begin teaching counting, because they use the local language in lower primary. There's such things, the children will get disgusted and they will hate the subject, plus you who is teaching the subject. I think that is a weakness to the teachers.
Wesa did research in 2011 and it tested 350,000 children aged between 6 and 16 in more than 150,000 households in Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda on the English and numbers. And in the numeracy test, children were asked to recognize numbers and perform basic calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication. Only 1 in 6 passed the English test. Less than 1 in 6 passed both the literacy and numerical tests. A numbers cities. And for me, one of the things that scares me is that a child who is in P7 cannot interpret a story in English. Kati abana bafe. Let me ask you something. What do you think is the reason why you fail, or all students fail math and English?
I think we fail math and English because we lack some practice. Even the the Mzungu says practice makes perfect. If we lack practice, nothing we can do without practice.
Yes.
We should practice in English and concentrate. If we want to pass English, we should just practice speaking English. When we practice speaking English, we shall know that we are making it better. From 90 we can even score 100%.
Wonderful.
And math, we need practice. We cannot do math better when we lack practice.
Point of information. So, how do you say when you speak English, you can perform well in English? People speaking English, some students, they fail English. Why?
Okay. Msomesa knows that. But this speaking of English, because I thought when I interact more with you, you can correct me, right? And those things are the things that come in. Does it help?
Spoken English is different from written. Because speaking is just a language, but written deals with tenses. So if you don't know how to write it, then speaking is okay. But when you don't know how to write the English, then you fail.
Right.
The English.
So it's still potea.
Yeah. So speaking is the same as writing.
During my time at school, in primary 5, if you don't know English, spoken English, you would not go to church on Sunday. They would take you to a classroom to begin learning how to speak English, because there's no way you are going to understand something without reading it, practicing it, and maybe even doing it physically or practically. So these days, people just know basic language. When you reach the parade, good morning children, good morning dear teacher, oh good morning dear madam, you are most welcome today. Then you sing the national anthem, maybe one poem, and that's the end of the day. When the teacher comes in classroom, we say, you are welcome teacher. It's a chorus, everybody knows it's basic. But now, besides that basic, what do you do? Can you express yourself if you are taken to in public? No, you can't. If you have got a problem by the roadside, you are a pupil in primary 5 maybe, can you really express yourself to the people around you so that they can help you? No. Why? Because they are not using the basics of the English language.
Okay, I just wanted to add on something. Still, the government is not yielding right now. Why? Because they are putting money in education, but again, there are some things they are not implementing. For example, if they say there's free education, but the facilities are not there, how do you expect a teacher of English or maths to teach very well when he doesn't have the resources? So they are investing, maybe they are putting in, but they lack some things to put in, like the resources, you know, you can see those schools. You can reach some schools when there are not even chairs or desks.
Right.
How do you think you can teach a child to get best handwriting when he doesn't have even where to sit and write?
Right.
How will you teach a child reading when he doesn't have even a reading book?